A plane grinds to a halt on the runway, a lone figure, Namsoon, standing in its path. You might remember from our last encounter, Namsoon had just pulled off something extraordinary. The impossible, some might say. She'd stopped a plane from taking off. Not with a signal, not with a call to the control tower, but with raw, unexplainable power. A power that's as intriguing as it is terrifying. Meanwhile, Ryu Shio, a man as mysterious as the twilight, watches from a distance. His gaze is burning with curiosity, yet his face remains unreadable. There's a calculating glint in his eyes, perhaps a hint of recognition, or is it admiration? Maybe fear. As the plane's engines fall silent, the suspense hangs heavy in the air. From a distance, a man watches, his eyes narrowing in interest. What does he know? What are his intentions? Only time will tell as we delve deeper into this enigma. In a grand mansion, Geum Joo and her mother Jungan sense an unusual disruption. The air is heavy with unspoken questions, the quiet tension in the room tangible. "Did you use your strength today?" Jungan asks her daughter, her eyes filled with concern. Geum Joo shakes her head, her expression serious. "No, mother, I didn't." Later, in an unexpected encounter, Geum Joo comes face to face with Namsoon, a newcomer in town. Her intuition piqued, she looks at Namsoon with a suspicious gaze. "Did you use your powers just now?" she questions. Namsoon, taken aback, stuttered, "No." Her confusion is evident, her eyes wide with surprise, her mind racing to comprehend the strange question. But Geum Joo isn't convinced. She studies Namsoon, her gaze steady, her mind filled with a whirlwind of thoughts. A mother's intuition is rarely wrong, and Geum Joo can't shake off the feeling that Namsoon is hiding something. Namsoon looks taken aback, her eyes wide in surprise. At the police station, Namsoon's cheerful demeanor catches the attention of Gang Hee Sik. He's a man of law, always on the lookout for the truth. And right now his eyes are focused on Namsoon, the girl with the sunny disposition and an intriguing gold stick with a star emblem. "What's this?" Hee Sik asks, pointing at the shiny object. His tone is curious, but his gaze is sharp. He's seen a lot in his time, but this is different. Namsoon, unfazed, replies with a radiant smile, "Careful, it's precious to me." She grabs the stick, her fingers wrapping around it protectively. It's more than just an object. It holds a story that's yet to unfold, a story that's intertwined with hers. As the room falls silent, Hee Sik watches Namsoon. Her grip on the stick is firm, her eyes are filled with determination. Hee Sik watches as Namsoon clutches the gold stick protectively. Namsoon is enchanted by the bustling streets of Seoul. Her eyes are wide with wonder as she takes in the vibrant city life, a world away from what she's known. Each corner she turns is a new adventure, a fresh page in her story. The neon lights, the crowded markets, the towering skyscrapers, it's a symphony of sights and sounds that captivates her. Amidst all this, Namsoon finds her way to a modest apartment building nestled in a quieter part of the city. She's given a set of keys, her own keys, to a small room on the top floor. It's not much, but to Namsoon, it's a space to call her own, a sanctuary amidst the unfamiliarity. She steps inside, taking in the bare walls and sparse furniture. It's a blank canvas, just waiting for her touch. A sense of anticipation fills the room. With a happy sigh, Namsoon steps into her new home. Back at the police station, Gang Hee Sik delves deeper into Namsoon's case. Curiosity piqued, he uncovers details about her wealthy lineage. It's a world away from the life she's living now, on the streets, fending off bullies and befriending the homeless. There's a stark contrast between her past and present, and it intrigues Hee Sik. Is this cheerful girl really an heiress lost in a foreign land? Meanwhile, the forensic doctor steps in, examining the peculiar gold stick with a star emblem. The stick that Namsoon clings to so dearly that she insists is so precious. The doctor's findings are an affirmation, it's pure gold, a tangible link to Namsoon's affluent past. The golden stick, the star emblem, it all starts to form a bigger picture. Hee Sik stares at the stick, a thoughtful expression on his face. What secrets does it hold? What story does it tell? And what will he uncover next? On a vacant lot, Namsoon befriends two homeless children. A connection sparks, as if recognizing kin in each other's resilience and spirit. They share stories, laughter, and the simple joy of companionship, a rarity in their harsh reality. They transform the barren lot into a makeshift home, their hands working in harmony to build tents from scraps and discarded materials. Namsoon, despite her own struggles, is a beacon of hope and strength for these children. Her heart, filled with compassion, doesn't see the grime or the ragged clothes. She sees two young souls, vibrant and full of potential, simply caught in a cruel twist of fate. As the sun dips below the horizon, they sit together, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of a makeshift lantern. Tired but content, they revel in their newfound friendship. As the sun sets, Namsoon shares a warm smile with her new friends. A beautiful end to an unexpected day of camaraderie. A distraught Namsoon is found by Hee Sik after a fight. The cheerful character we've come to know is replaced by a tear-streaked face, the aftermath of a confrontation. Hee Sik, the ever-vigilant cop, can't help but show his concern. Amidst the bustling city, they find a quiet corner to share a meal. As they break bread, the barriers start to crumble. Namsoon, usually so full of life and laughter, opens up about her past. A story of riches to rags, of a family lost, of a young girl thrust into a world she doesn't understand. Hee Sik, usually so guarded, listens intently, his stern demeanor softening. They share more than just food, they share a moment of understanding, a connection that transcends their initial encounters. And as the night folds into the city, Hee Sik makes a promise. I'll help you find your parents. A glimmer of hope in the heart of Seoul. A promise that sets the course for the journey ahead. The next morning, Hee Sik surprises Namsoon with a gift. A simple object, an old phone, but to Namsoon it's a lifeline, a connection to a world she's still navigating. Yet, it's not just about the phone, it's Hee Sik's gesture that adds a new layer to their burgeoning friendship. In the midst of their conversation, Hee Sik pulls out another surprise, a photo coupon. A seemingly insignificant object, but to Namsoon, it's an invitation to capture a moment of happiness amidst the chaos. It's a reminder that even in the most challenging times, there are pockets of joy to be found. The air fills with playful banter as Namsoon teases Hee Sik, her laughter echoing through the empty lot. She teases him about his dancing skills, painting a picture of him dancing in neon drawers. It's a moment of lightness, a glimmer of hope in Namsoon's complicated journey. Namsoon laughs, teasing Hee Sik about his dancing skills. Namsoon steps into a photo studio, the shopkeeper's eyes widening in recognition. The air is thick with anticipation as both of them stand frozen in time. This is not the first time their paths crossed. The shopkeeper's gaze is fixed on Namsoon, not in surprise, but in a state of deep contemplation. A flurry of thoughts whirls in his mind. Could it be? Is this the same young girl who once came to his shop years ago? The memory is faint, but the resemblance is uncanny. The same radiant smile, the same twinkling eyes brimming with life and curiosity. He remembers the girl who had come to his shop holding her mother's hand, her bright face filled with anticipation for her first portrait. The shopkeeper's heart pounds in his chest. He's seen thousands of faces, captured countless smiles, and yet this face, Namsoon's face, it's one he could never forget. The mystery deepens. Questions begin to surface. Why is she here after all these years? What has brought her back? Namsoon, on the other hand, is oblivious to the shopkeeper's internal turmoil. She's here to get her photo taken, excited about the new chapter of her life in Gangnam. She's unaware that her past is staring right at her, ready to unravel a cascade of secrets. The shopkeeper finally breaks the silence, his voice trembling slightly. Wait a minute. He's trying to piece together the puzzle. The pieces of the past, slowly fitting together. He looks at Namsoon, a mixture of disbelief and realization etched on his face. The tension builds, the atmosphere thickens, the mystery deepens. Namsoon, unaware of the storm brewing in the shopkeeper's mind, patiently waits, her innocent smile oblivious to the impending revelation. The shopkeeper looks at Namsoon, realization dawning in his eyes, leaving the audience in suspense for the next episode.